Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delilah Rose. This is Delilah's Spiritual Spot, coming with your weekly reading for June 14th through the 20th, 2021. Let's just get into your reading here. As I'm shuffling, please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit the thumbs up button for me. And let's jump into it. Gemini. If you have any questions about the decks I use or any questions in general, please drop a comment. I love to hear from you. Unlikely. Okay. We'll get a focal. Unlikely and take action. These seem like competing energies. And maybe you're waiting for someone to make a decision or have a say-so or communicate with you, and it's highly unlikely unless, I want to say, you need to initiate the conversation. Don't wait, because if you wait, it's unlikely. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Because you kind of know that already. You have this inner knowing about things that are going to take place or things that have taken place. It's something that you kind of knew about. Nothing happening is a surprise for you. Make sure you have the support you need surrounding you. People who think like you. Make sure you're always aligning yourselves with that, because if too much of this opposite is no good for your psyche and your emotions, Gemini. And remember, who you bring into your life is your choice. People are there because you want them there. Remember, ultimately, it's in your power to have people there or to not. And that includes close friends and or relatives. Sometimes we have to shut the door. And that's okay. So, subconscious, conscious, and advice from Spirit. 3 cards, 3 clarifier cards, and then I will draw more clarification cards to end the reading. Right, Queen of Swords. So it's decision makings, and this is torn. You can either go either way. You can cut people off, you can keep them, and maybe that's what you're thinking about now. Who is serving you? Who is no longer serving you? Who can go? Here's the inner knowing card. You have the High Priestess again in your conscious position. That means pay attention to the signs and your feelings, because they will lead you in the right direction. Don't second guess yourself. You have the Empress card in your advice / outcome, and I believe that has to do with the take action card, because you are full of creativity. And look at this, 3 of Cups. This is basically the 3 of Cups card here too. Isn't that amazing? I love that they're on opposite ends of the table. 3 of Cups, right? It's friendship, it's celebrations, it's the circle of support I was discussing in the beginning. Make sure you are surrounded by that. Also, because it clarifies this Queen of Swords, it could be cutting certain people out of your life for good. Feel like it's just people you're on the fence about. Here you have the Lover's card, clarifying the High Priestess. So it's instinct about relationships. 7 of Cups, or sorry, 7 of Coins, clarifies that Empress card. So this is about making future financial plans as well. You have this Ace of Swords on the bottom. Aces are new ideas. Mental clarity. It also, funny enough, it could mean like surgical intervention, like if you're having health issues. Please take whatever resonates for you, because this is for all Geminis. And it could be a decision about surgery and needing support after the surgery. So for many of you, that's what this is in reference to. So if you fall under that umbrella, this is for you as well. You can take it for This is a generalized relationship read, but you can take that to mean if you're having surgery, making sure you have the supports around it necessary to have a successful recovery. So let's just get into this reading here. Things are unlikely to happen if you don't take action and speak your truth and energy. And this has to do entirely with your team, the people closest to you. If something's bothering you about one of your friends, you should be solid in your friendship enough to say, listen, what you did bothers me. It hurt me. Speak your truth always, right? Because you have this instinct. Something instinctual is happening with you. Like there's alarms going off, and then you need to pay attention to those alarms and also speak on it, right? Because maybe you don't have to cut people off. Maybe that's what is troubling you, because I do have this troubled feeling. You don't have to cut people off. Just talk, Gemini. I think that's very important. Like you really need to communicate clearly about what it is you need, what it is that comforts you, what it is that hurts you, right? Because if you act like everything's okay, everybody's gonna act like everything's okay, and things are unlikely to change. Here, you have that thing going on. Should I say something? Should I not? Should I make this decision? Should I not? And this has to do with, the people closest to you. You want to be able to celebrate. You want to be able to have your circle and be secure in your circle. But there's things that are bothering you. You're unsure about who that includes. In our conscious position, you have the High Priestess card. So you have this energy of knowing, right? So, your instincts and alarms are going off, and this has to do with relationships, the people closest to you. Who is that? When this Lover's card is present, this is, could be a relative. Doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a lover, but it could be a relative, and it could be a very close family friend, like someone who is extremely close to you. And again, there is something bothering you about this person. And you need to be able to speak your mind and come into a place of being comfortable in your friendship and in your relationship in general, to say something. This has everything to do with your future, not only in your life future, your work future, in every aspect of your life. This is the catalyst for change within you to move forward on your journey. Because there's things you want to accomplish with the Empress card being present. You have all that energy of change and of growth and of instinct. But what is it that blocks you? And it's these relationships. It's these relationships that probably don't support you, right? And if you are thinking of having some type of surgery, you want to make sure that you communicate clearly as to what you need and the type of help you need. You also need to be clear on the people who are going to help you. Don't think this person is going to help you and she's flaky. Make sure you can rely on your team. If you're having surgery, it's going to be a successful surgery, represented here by the Seven of Coins. Now we talk about the Seven of Coins or the Seven of Pentacles. We are talking about patience, hard work, but delayed success. Like success is coming to you, right? But it's a little bit delayed. So if you don't have a relationship where you can speak your minds and you start all of a sudden telling people what it is you need and want, you may get a delayed reaction and not the reaction you want. I think that the people closest to you will understand you. They will understand and accept. Some people may be resistant, but they will come around. If you're having surgery, it could be elective surgery, and some people might be resistant to you having this surgery. But they'll come around too. It's going to be a successful surgery. In terms of life and career, and just in general. You are full of intuition and direction on how you want to take your life. Take your life moving forward, not take your life like suicide, but take your life moving forward with your life is what I meant to say. It's going to be successful, but make sure, you know, make sure again you're just speaking your truth and have the right team surrounding you. That's going to be very important for you, because I think that when you don't have supportive people, Gemini, you tend to internalize that. You tend to internalize that, and it stops your movement forward. And you need to really make sure people are feeding you spiritually. Here's the Knight of Swords again. This is going after what it is you want and taking the reins, right? Six of Wands clarifies this. You're going to be victorious. The people closest to you will understand where you're coming from and join your team or be on your side. Here we have the Nine of Cups here. This is abundance. Again, if you're having surgery, it's going to be successful. It's going to be abundant. If you're birthing a new idea and need people who are going to be on your side and have your back in reference to that, it's going to be successful. And I just think this is a life reading for you. This is a generalized life reading on how to move forward, how to make decisions, trust your instinct, and have the right people in your corner. Because change is afoot. Here's the Tower. You can no longer live the way you've been living, and now is the season of change for you, Gemini. I am Delilah Rose. This is Delilah's Spiritual Spot. Thank you for joining me.